Hey guys, it's me. It's Queen Offset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it, and leave us a positive comment in the comment section. Don't forget to wait and stay to the end of the video because I'm also going to read out some more positive comments from previous videos. So check around and see if maybe one of yours was one of my favorites. All right, guys, I got a doozy for you guys today. I worked on this for a whole week. Let me just get started because there's a lot to talk about. All right, so basically this is how it goes. I was on Facebook and I came across the following meme. It says, "I'm scared, but I want to play." Now, you all know that, those of you that know me, you know I'm Loki. I got that trickster in me, you know? It is what it is. It's in my chart. I got a little trickster in me. So when I see something like this, I'm very intrigued. So I'm saying, okay, want to play what? So it says, "I want to text someone for 5 days. No pictures, no names, no hints. You can flirt, express feelings, talk about your problems, be a jerk, whatever. You have to stay anonymous. Then after the 5th day, you tell him who you are." So basically, the way that this works is the person would post this in a Facebook group. And if you want to play, you put your phone number underneath the meme. And anybody who comes across it can call you. And for 5 days, they're not to reveal who they are. So, as you can imagine, this could be good or this could be not so good. It's a lot of probabilities with this. But as soon as I saw it, I started thinking content. This would be a great social experiment to do for my YouTube channel. So I decided to play. So in one group, which is a black lesbian group, I left my phone number. In the other group, which is an African American travelers group, I posted the meme and asked people that they want to play. Okay. So most of my data comes from the African American travelers group because nothing happened in the black lesbian group. One person, you're getting ready to see one person called me and that was it. It was nothing really mentionable that happened. So all my data really came from the African American travelers group. So let me explain to you what my data came up with. First of all, I wanted to see how many people would play, if it would be men or women, and if people had any great stories, any horror stories, any funny stories, any stories from doing this little experiment. So this is what I found out. From my travelers group, we have 73,000 members. Out of the 73,000 members, 35 people reacted, meaning they left a thumbs up or a smiley face or a shocked face or a crying face or some kind of emoji. So 35 people out of all those people reacted, okay? 16 people left their phone number, including me. So that's 15 including me. Out of all the 16 people, 2 were men and the other 14 were women. But we had 108 comments, and let me explain to you the rest of what happened. All right, so now that you have a little bit of the background going on, so I posted this meme, and then immediately the comments and the reactions started flooding. I found it to be quite funny because I was expecting fear. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting people to be, you know, like, I want to play, but I don't know. That's what I expected. And I did get a lot of that, but mostly what you got from this was haters. That's what you got the most of. More so than people even responding about wanting to play or not. What you mostly got was a bunch of haters. People were like, oh, that's stupid. Oh, you acting desperate. Oh, stupid stuff like that, which you're getting ready to see. So let me tell you, out of the 108 comments, first and foremost, I had to block 5 people. Now, mind you, I figured that some people would make stupid comments. I was expecting it and figured it would be good for the video. So I was expecting that. But I had 5 people get downright nasty. And I'm like, you're getting nasty? Either participate or don't. That's what kills me about people on the internet. Whenever there's a challenge or there's a social experiment, it's like participate or don't. But you have all of these miserable, bitter ass haters that immediately start hating as soon as somebody posts anything. I think they just sit online waiting for something to hate on. So I had to block 5 people because of that. I said that I wouldn't block comments that were negative. I said you just block people who were downright hateful. And 2 people flat out tried to give somebody else's phone number. Remember back in the day when somebody made you mad and you wrote their number on the side of a wall? Not that I would do this, but some people would. They would go into the bathroom and write on the wall for a good time, call Trixie, or on the back of a bus, they put somebody's number. And people did this to people that they disliked. 2 people tried to do that. They gave a number and then gave some person, either an old boyfriend or old girlfriend's name, and said, ask for Mike. What? We're supposed to be texting. What are you talking about? So I blocked them immediately because they was just lame. Then another person had the audacity to accuse me of being an identity theft. And I was like, if I wanted to steal your identity, I wouldn't need your phone number. This is 2020. Duh. Block that person for just being a jackass. Somebody else called me a catfish. I'm very much a real person. Block that jackass. And then the last one called everybody in the group desperate if they played the game. Block that jackass too. We didn't have time for that. I left all the other comments though, positive or negative, but those 5 I found to be abusive and just unnecessary and just slowing up the flow of the game. So I just kind of blocked the person in general because I don't want to talk to them no way. And y'all know I overused my block button anyway, so I was glad to get rid of them. All right, so what happened? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I left my number in both groups. I got 1 person who texted me, 1 woman. And I did not look at her picture. I didn't know what she looked like for 5 days. We talked for 4 minutes. And I don't know, it just didn't go nowhere. It fizzled out very quickly. It was like, hi, and then it was just done, So, very nice lady though. I mean, I didn't have nothing against her, but it was no spark. So we talked for about 4 minutes and then it was over. The other group, I didn't get a phone call at all. I didn't get a text, nothing. And one young lady told me in the African American traveling group, she told me that she got a text early in the morning, a really nice text, she said early in the morning from someone. So out of everything that happened, those are the only 2 things that occurred. Okay, all that fear mongering, only 2 things that occurred. There were more haters than participants and the fear was high. Now, let me give you some examples from what happened. Okay, remember I said it was a lot of haters, right? I'm going to read you the comments, but I'm not going to say the person's name. I'm just going to read you the hating ass comments that they made. The first one said, hope you all are using Google numbers and not your real numbers. Do you know how much information can be found out by just your phone number? Fear. On to the next one. All right, what else do we got here? Then we have someone else said, this is how people end up on ID channel. I think that's like a what is it? Like the channel where people like discover or end up dead, unsolved mysteries. It's that kind of a channel. So she said this is how people end up on those kind of a channels. Like somebody can't find you any other kind of way. Now, mind you, the person that made this statement, they have their full name on Facebook and pictures of themselves and their entire family. But giving out your phone number is how you end up on ID. I can find you right now, my girl. If I wanted to, if I was a hacker and I wanted to find you, I could find you right now. You've left me enough information on your Facebook page to find you. I don't need your phone number. So the first thing that I thought was interesting about that aspect of it was that it was more haters than it was participants. Number two, now if you think back to the first woman's comment about phone numbers and ending up on ID from the second woman, people have a false sense of security because they feel like they are safe. They feel like they're safe online. You are not safe online. I hate to break it to you, but if you use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Google, Amazon, if you use anything online, a person who is a hacker or a person who has the basic knowledge of software can find you online. Somebody can take one of your pictures and find you from it's something, everybody's phone and computer has numbers. For the computer, it's called the IP address. So if you're using a computer, anybody with knowledge can trace you. So I thought it was interesting that people were, had this false sense of security, like, oh, it's your phone number that's going to put you out there. Nah, it's a lot of ways that people can find you. Bottom line, if you're on the computer and you're using your real name, your real date of birth, or any pictures that you uploaded at all, you are exposing yourself. And you can Google all that I'm telling you because I'm the one that read it in Google articles. So anybody can find you through any of these mediums. They're constantly tracking you, in case you didn't know that. The medium itself is constantly tracking you. Facebook is constantly tracking you. Google constantly tracks you. Now, there are ways of putting up all kinds of more safety precautions. And there's also ways of turning some of these features off. But most of us don't, as you and I very well know. So I thought that was very interesting. I'm like, oh, you think you safe? You might as well get offline. Then this is another one. Oh my God, this one was so funny. This guy was too straight to play the game. He's so heterosexual that if he plays this game, a man might call him. And I thought this was weird because honestly, I've been in the gay community, hanging out in the gay community since I was 13 years old. And somebody who is so heterosexual that they won't even do things that have nothing to do with sexuality often is somebody who's suspect. A homophobic person is often suspect. A lot of them are bi, bottom line. And a lot of them put out that energy to cover it up. Now, I don't know this guy. I don't know what his sexuality is. But when he came off with the I'm too straight to play shit, it really, really did. I was looking. I was like, okay. His comment was, I don't know. A dude might be texting me. I didn't even think about men. The first thing I thought of when I read that was women. I was like, ooh. That was my first thought. So for him, his first thought to be about a man might text me, I was like, I didn't even think about that till he said it. Then I was like, ooh, a man might text me. But it was after he mentioned it, hours later, that I actually even thought about it. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I just said, well, then block him. And he said, you wouldn't know until after the 5th day. And I said, you look like a smart guy. You would know from his conversation. And he said, I am a smart guy. That's why I'm not doing it. So then I just stopped talking to him and moved on to the next person. But it was just funny to me that you focused on that aspect. To me, that was suspect. And I'm not calling a brother a homosexual, but I'm saying that was suspect. Because I do know a slew of homosexuals. And when they were in the closet, that's the kind of thing they would do and say. So I was like, too straight to play? Yeah, okay. First thing I thought about was females. I'm telling you, immediately I thought about women. The next person, and I think we have she's the last one. The next person who gets honorable mention is a woman who had stipulations to play. Okay? So she wants to play, but she wants to play on her own terms. So she said, I want to play. Here we go. And she left her number. Edit. I will block you if you text slow and use one word sentences. So to text her, you got to be fast and you got to use big words and lots of them too. Then she said here, I don't have WhatsApp. Wait a minute. She said something about not having what? Oh, WhatsApp is a program that some people were using. They're like, like me, for example, if you're out of the country, people can text you for free on WhatsApp. So she said, I don't have WhatsApp. I'm not downloading WhatsApp. USA only. So she want to play, but she wants us to play by her rules. Now, mind you, if I was a dude and I was even thinking about texting her, that would have turned me off immediately. But I'm easily turned off, so that would have turned me off because it's like, it's just like her attitude. It comes off very nasty to me, and it comes off kind of like, bossy, like an Aries. You know how Aries always boss you around? That's what the energy came off to me like. And I was like, if I was a dude and I was even this much interested in her, that would have turned me right off. So that was the end of the social experiment. So what did I find out from this social experiment? Well, out of 108 comments, 100 of them were fear-based. So what I did find out about the internet is that it's more fear-mongering than actual incident. Because as you can see, there was no actual incidents. It was mostly just fear-mongering. And also, the other thing I was saying was that there's this false sense of security on the internet. People think that their information is safe for some reason, when every bit of literature speaks to the opposite. So I'm going to say, if you're on the internet and you're that concerned about your safety and your anonymity, being anonymous, because Aquarius are like that. We like mystery. So if you are that concerned about it, you should not use your real name online. Don't upload any pictures online. Don't leave your phone number on Facebook or anywhere else. Get some security measures. They have something called a VPN. A VPN is some kind of service you sign up for, and it gives extra security on your computer. They have all kind of stuff that you can do. You can turn certain features off that would give your location, for example. There's all kind of things that you should do, and you should absolutely do them if that's something that you're concerned with. I think for me, I'm just at this point in my life where I keep myself as safe as I possibly can, but I know that somebody who wants to find me is going to find me. If they really want to do it that bad, it's not going to be impossible. And this is true for all of us. So at the end of the day, you just have to keep yourself prayed up, maybe even glocked up, or whatever the case is. You have to keep yourself safe by any means necessary. Okay? Now, let's talk about two of my favorite comments. I hope you liked the social experiment. It was funny to me. I'm going to be honest with you. The comments had me laughing. I was laughing at them. I was like, y'all simple. A lot of people had jokes and stuff like that. So I laughed at it. But to be honest with you, it just said, like I said before, when I was talking about the haters and I was talking about the fear, it just showed me that the environment of the internet is really not a positive one as far as that's concerned. And I already knew that, but this really showed it. It was so much negativity, so much fear, downright haters. It was just like, come on. Either you want to play or you don't. All right, so let's see. The first comment that I really liked from a previous video came from Kalia Harris. She said, never set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Light your fire and light shine bright. Light your fire and shine bright. so bright that it outshines all low vibrations. Thanks, Queen. Hope all is going well your way. That you, oh my God, I love this comment. Hey girl, how you doing? Love this comment. Everything is going good. I'm a little tired, you know. And I think that, yeah, I'm exhausted. After I finish this, I'm going to sleep. I am a little tired, but other than that, everything is good. Goddess is good all the time. All right. And Aisha publicly subscribed to me 6 months ago. She said, I love Queen. I have been watching your videos for years now, and you always keep me on track. Thank you so much for your beautiful energy. I am so glad to see your success. Best wishes and blessings to you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for being here. All right, guys. So that's my social experimentation. And you know I'm going to be doing more. I'm always looking for funny content. So I'll see you guys later on. Come back soon.